What we're supposed to believe is some kind of coincidence. There was also an anti-terrorist drill going on 7/7. And again, just like 9/11, they were talking about attacks on the same targets, the same kind of tube stations, and exactly the same time as the actual attack happened.
The thing that concerns me is that what are we doing for the thousands of men and women actually who are in London working? And I say that because at 9:30 this morning we were actually running an exercise over a company of 1,000 people in London based on simultaneous bombs going off precisely at the railway stations that happened this morning. So I still have the hairs on the back of my neck standing upright.
To get this quite straight, you were running an exercise to see how you would cope with this, and it happened while you were running the exercise?
Precisely, and it was about 9:30 this morning. We planned this for a company in for obvious reasons. I don't want to reveal their name, but if they're listening, they'll know it. And we had a room full of crisis managers for the first time they met, and so within 5 minutes we made a pretty rapid decision. This is the real one. And so we went through the correct drills of activating crisis management procedures to jump from slow time to quick time thinking and so on.
This Commission's report is not a rush to judgment, it's rather a rush to exoneration. And it fails to really hold people to accountability. And doing that, it doesn't make a witch hunt out of an investigation, but having standards of accountability, and at least calling witnesses that might be accountable people in the events, would lead to a rigorous investigation and maybe getting at the truth, because people might be more forthcoming. In the beginning, the Commission didn't even take testimony under oath.
And the way they have ignored your questions in private. And I'm just wondering how you feel, how you felt when you saw the final report come out, dismissing many of your questions, avoiding many of the others, and leaving, as you've already said, so many questions unanswered. Just would like to comment on the unusually smiling and greatly deferential attitude that the committee members and staff exhibit to you, the families, in public, and the way they have ignored your questions in private. And I'm just wondering how you feel, how you felt when you saw the final report come out, dismissing many of your questions, avoiding many of the others, and leaving, as you've already said, so many questions unanswered. What do you suppose lies behind that? Is it simply gross incompetence? Is it arrogance? Or is it something worse?
I was a rescue worker. I will say that I spoke to a cop on 9/11 who said that it was going to come down. I don't know how he knew that. He did tell me before it happened, before the fact that it was coming down.
The widows from the police department and the fire department were standing at the new school in back for the 2 days, and they were screaming at the media, please pay attention. We got phone calls. We listened that their husbands or their children were saying there's explosives coming on like the 23rd, 26th floor before the buildings went down. And the media started laughing and said, we have no time to hear you.
This Marsden is pulling, and they made that decision to pull, and we watched the building collapse.
The authoritarian powers of the state, which are available to government, is very dangerous. And I think we live in a state, we live in states, both the United States and the UK, where the powers to question, to call in evidence, to demand explanation, to hold to account those who are in control, are gradually systematically being weakened. This is very dangerous in a democracy. We have plenty of evidence that the attack on Afghanistan was planned because after the negotiations with the Taliban broke down in the United States, I think they went to Houston in Texas, in about July, and there were later discussions at about this time in Berlin, where US officials made absolutely clear to the Taliban representatives in this famous phrase, either we will provide you with a carpet of gold, in other words, if you supply a pipeline across Afghanistan, you ensure the security of the country, you guard that pipeline, then we can do a deal with you, otherwise we will bury you in a carpet of bombs.
Well, it's the same people that told us Saddam Hussein had something to do with 9/11. Same people that told us Saddam Hussein had weapons of mass destruction. Same people that told us we were going to be able to use the oil for reconstruction money. Same people that told us that we'd be greeted as liberators, not occupiers. Same people, same president that told us the Taliban is gone. Same president that tells us Iraq is going just great. Same president that tells us the economy is going just great. So please forgive us for not believing what you're saying. Please forgive the students of this country for not believing what you're saying.